Real strength and real courage comes from acknowledging one's experiences and not by denying them. If you've been, everyone has gone through some sort of traumatic experience throughout their life, whether it be someone putting hands on you, someone abusing you, someone molesting you, or you doing something to someone else. Maybe you bullied someone and now that haunts you. Moving past these experiences begins with you, begins with acknowledging your faults or your past self's version of a mindset. And I'm in San Diego right now, by the way. I'm just out here experiencing with my girl and my dog, and we're living life. You see me? So, hey. But with that, acknowledging what you've been through and taking a step back from an outside perspective, journaling about it, writing about it, talking about it, brings you so much more clarity than allowing that experience to freeze within your nervous system. And this quote that I said, talking about acknowledging your experiences, comes from a book that I read today called Waking the Tiger, Healing Trauma. So when we go through when we go through these experiences, it's more common and more normalized to brush it under the rug and to move on. By societal standards, that's what is deemed as normal, to thug it out, to keep pushing through. Now, there's nothing wrong with thugging it out, but talk about it with someone. You can even talk to about it with your dog, with yourself. All you need is yourself. And with that being said, when you are on your journey, when you're on your spiritual path, practicing spirituality, because I wouldn't call it a spiritual path, but at the same time, yes and no with that. It contradicts itself, because you have to live through the ego and experience through the ego to be able to alchemize that back into your spirit. These bugs are attacking me, but but for example, for myself, I used to be scared of fighting, and what went into that was when I was younger, an experience that I had with my dad. And I won't get into I won't get into it very personal, but hands were put on someone. And for the longest time growing up, I was scared to fight someone because I didn't think I was going to be able to defend myself. But it was that core memory that was never thought out because of that fear within that moment, because of how much fear was brought up to the surface from that experience of feeling helpless, of feeling like I couldn't defend my family. And what helped me gain clarity from that was not only being honest with myself, but bringing it up with my girl as well. That's something that I haven't really talked to anybody about. And I'm changing hands, my bad. But where else can I go with this? I'm just looking at myself and shit. I look good. But being open to healing yourself is the first step, obviously. But why would you want to live a reality of limitations brought upon to you by yourself? You can go through anything in this world, no matter how traumatic it can be. You can bounce back from that. You really can. You could lose everything. Nothing was ever yours in the first place, but you could lose your car, your house, whatever. You're at rock bottom, and I know what that feels like. I may not know it to someone else's perspective of it, but through my own perspective, I understand that. And it's really about consistency in healing that trauma and beginning your day before your day even begins. What do I mean by that? So I'm saying, beginning your day yesterday, last night, I thought about how I was going to read when I was about to journal, how I was about to take notes on my how I was about to take notes on the book that I read, right? And affirmations too. And really just having a mindful experience within that. You know, before everyone gets up, before my dog gets up, before my girl gets up, I'm having that time to myself. And many people will instantly get on the phone when they get up, instantly eat junk food, instantly do things that take away their energy from themselves. That's not the life that I want to live. The reason why I'm here right now, the reason why me and my wife are here right now, me and my little girl, my dog, is because we've realized the real lies not put upon ourselves, but brought upon ourselves by societal's silent consent. You understand that? And so like getting back into what I was saying, normalizing pushing down trauma. When you push down trauma, all that leads to is a false reality within oneself, because your perception on life, your perspective on life is now based off of limitations, is now based off of that one experience that happened to you. When you open your mind up to how life is experienced, how life is perspective, that has happened to someone else. But how it may have happened to someone else, it probably did, you know? How do you bounce back from that? How do you wake up and tell yourself, I love myself. I want to be great today. I am great today. You have to convince your subconscious mind. If you tell yourself, there's birds flying and shit. I don't know if y'all see, but if you tell yourself you're not good at something, if you tell yourself, oh, I'm not a good painter, or if you tell yourself, oh, I don't make enough money, why would you want to bound your reality to that? You're the author of your reality. You're the creator of your reality. You're not even a human being. But contradict that, because you are being human, but spiritually you're not. Physically you are. But yeah, I'm just out here living life and shit. That was really all the message I had for today. I just going through traumatic experiences. It is traumatic, no lie, you know, and take your time with that, whatever it may be, because we all go through shit. But don't define your reality by the limitations that you put on yourself. Peace, love, prosperity, abundance to you. Omni bliss. I love y'all. I'm gone.